Hello, everyone. I think we're live. Saying we are. Welcome to Holding Space Sunday. I came on just a minute early here so that we could. I'm just smudging the space. Um, Lots of crazy energies going on. Hopefully, you can hear me too. And hopefully, this video doesn't cut out tonight. The internet has been sketchy at best most days. So I'm kind of winging it tonight. I had like a long list of notes and they disappeared. All my fun little notes disappeared. So, but I do have a lot to talk about. So I'm going to wing it. Hopefully, I don't get too rambly and crazy. um, yeah, I mean, these energies, you guys, are really big. There's a lot going on. And I'm sure if you're on the path, you're definitely feeling it. Um, but really, I just wanted to come on here tonight to do what we usually do. It's super rare that Holding Space Sunday falls on a moon night, so we're going to do our regular moon reading um, and a meditation. Hopefully, we'll get to it. But I do want to just kind of like randomly speak about the last few weeks and what's really going on here. So, if you are joining live and you do have there's a lot going on. There's a lot of energy. I've had moments where I wake up at 4, 5, 6 in the morning and I'm in a total panic attack and things are going on. But I can't correlate it to anything. So if you're empathic at all, you're picking up on, the world's energy right now. Sorry, I'm still smudging this because we need some smudging. We just need some clearing of energy and things like that. My best advice through all of this is just know that everything is going to be fine. I know we say that and people are like, but it looks like hell in a handbasket. It really does. And, but I'm going to share some things and epiphanies that I've had over this last week, which made me completely shift how I viewed everything. So I was coming at things from a place of, concern and whether we were going to like be able to pull this ascension process off in terms of there's just so many people that are in this duality. This planet is, it's this strong duality. It's really difficult to pull yourself out of. We're still in that phase of judging and being fed into every story that's coming our way, being polarized to one side or the other. It still is happening to me every day. And by no means have mastered that skill at all. But what I really want to just talk about is I'm going to try to do this chronologically so you can understand where I'm coming from. And again, how this is happening to me. If it resonates with you, that is amazing. And please follow and like and share and comment. But if it doesn't resonate with you, maybe find somebody else or let it go because it's not your thing yet. So basically what's happening we're going to go back to the portal, the 9-9. And, we can't discuss this any other way but to talk about the Queen's death. So I had said in those videos and things that it was an interesting time of transformation where the dominoes would start to fall. So that is still happening, but it hasn't, it's not a very fast process, which is good because it takes us all time to integrate and interpret everything that's going on. So don't put yourself down if you're like, I'm not getting this. It's just, again, we go back to that thing of just sit back and watch everything happen. So honestly, I mean, the only way to share this is personal story. So I am not a fan of the monarchy of that system, of all the implications on this plane and other planes. We'll just put it that way. So when that happened, I was like, okay, cool. This is good. This is the first domino. Then things start to happen after this. The things that kept coming into my field, though, that are really interesting are all the rainbows that came. Everybody was like mocking it and saying it was like fake, and also the fact that she died in Scotland, and then the way they transported her back to the palace is called Operation Unicorn. Anyway, these are deep rabbit holes to go down. You could do those yourself. I'm not going to get into all of that. But the bottom line is it started the process of the benevolent timeline coming in. So as weird and dark as it seems, and now we're heading into like more warring factors and things going on. But the bottom line, you guys, is that there have been amazing pieces of information coming through. And how this ties into the equinox and this new moon is that on this planet, we're all souls. Whether you're working benevolently or malevolently, we all have a job on this planet. We come in with a soul contract. We come in, we might do horrific things. And in other lifetimes, we've been both people. So the bottom line of what's happening right now is that old timeline of darkness has been ruling this planet for 2,000, 4,000, 40,000 years. Anyway, that's not the point, is that this is the catalyst of the shift to the golden age, to the more benevolent. So it doesn't seem like that right now. There's a lot of stuff going on where it's like, we're not going to make it. Again, we've been in this place before, you guys. Like COVID. I don't even know if I can say that anymore. I have a clue what you could say on YouTube or not. So I've been seeing that, listening to other channelers and things like that, is that those souls that we deem dark and evil, and that they should have some sort of retribution. We may never see that physically on this planet, and that's fine, but it's happening because the divine source, God, whatever you want to call that, that's their job, and they're doing it. These souls are repenting. Some of them, some not. Some choose to just permanently go into the dark, and that's not for us to judge or be the judge, jury, executioner. It's not our job. We didn't come here to do that. We have a totally separate job of raising the frequency on this planet. So these are the things I've been observing over the week. And the only reason I bring them up is this is the purpose of Equinox, right? The perfect balance day of dark and light. And tonight, the new moon, right? The new moon today is in Libra, the balancing scales. So this is our opportunity to perfectly balance the dark and the light. You may not know how to do that, but the purpose is that like we don't go so far into the dark that we're doing all kinds of malevolent things, and we're not so far into the light that we think we're so benevolent that this side is completely wrong. So it is coming down on this planet to the duality thing. So honestly, I am trying to learn this so hard right now, but it is hard. It is hard not to be in judgment. It is hard not to be in wanting retribution for things that have happened. But that your soul It didn't do that. So we're still going to get confirmations of these things. But just that's why it's important to kind of sit back and hold the balance for everything. So it's also a matter of, it's kind of a tricky thing, right? Like, it's like, you can't also, I think a lot of us just want to like shine the light on everything and make everything go away in the dark. But that's not the point of this. The point of this is balancing the dark with the light. So, we don't learn anything. Like, there's always a saying, like, you don't know good unless you know bad, right? Because unless you know what the worst of shit in humanity looks like, then we can't strive to make it from here to the good, because we know the good too. And we're just like, okay, I need to see this and less of this. And that is what we're talking about. So I feel like I am that balancing scale right now. It's like, you can't shove the dark under the carpet. You can't push it away. You can't not deal with it. It has to be dealt with. It's and dealt with sometimes is honestly just a matter of acknowledging it, that it's there, and then hold the balance. So if it's getting too dark, it's putting more light into it and saying, okay, just pause. Here's some light. Let's balance this out. So I know that's like super complicated right now, but that is, I mean, how often, I don't know, we could go back in history, I could look, but how often do we have this moment where we're like just coming out of Equinox, and the Equinox gateway is still like so strong right now. Like, I tried to put out a video 100 times this week. And then when things were getting weird in the world again, and I was like, oh, I need to do one on peace. We need to have peace. We need to it's like all of this stuff is working itself out. And like, if you feel like you can help in some way, then you should. And yeah, I'm going to revert back to like when I wanted to do some peace meditations, the number one thing I wanted to do was, just have us sitting again, raising our vibration in that heart space, and just really focusing on peace. Peace is in the same vibration as love, right? You create love first and it will bring about peace. But the world still is working out its karma, so we have to go through what it's doing right now. Our best place to be in that is the same place it's been this whole time, which is resting, relaxing, observing. And again, like, okay, and this is the funny part. I'm going to refer to like this past couple of years, there was this argument of people like, just sending peace and love isn't enough. And I'm just here right now to call complete and total bullshit on that. Sorry, gonna swear. Hope you don't have the kids in the room. I've never seen a global meditation for peace not work in some way. And this is where we get into this, because the bottom line that is so like pressing right now is that we do not understand, or we're not accepting how powerful we truly are as a soul. So like, yes, you can affect change in the world. You don't have to go protest. You don't have to go march. You don't have to put your money into stuff. You need to be right with you, yourself, holding that balance of dark and light, and meditating for, again, we're into the manifestation piece. What do we want to see? We have to start like really tuning into this every day, because this is what's going on. And I know life gets complicated and there's a million distractions lately, but we are just being called so heavily right now to like really focus on this. And this is our job. The other thing is that like, I've never brought this up before. I've followed many things on this, and there is an energetic event that is going to happen. This is not, it affects our planet, but it's a universal event. So, and it probably does have to do with a lot of energy coming forward from either the sun, or I'm not really sure how it works. Haven't really like, I don't have a crystal ball into this. I'm like you guys, I'm just learning on this process. I don't have all the answers. Anyway, so I feel like I've preached enough for like 15 minutes now. And we're going to do cards and we're going to do a meditation. But I just wanted to come on here and say, yes, there's so much going on. Like I said, I've woken up in panic attacks. But I know it's not me. And I know it's just like there is strange stuff going on. This world has to work through its karma. Like that's I think the gist of what's happening now. Anytime we work through our own personal karma, we know it's the dark night of the soul, and it's not easy on a personal level. And so now we have to recognize that this is happening on a collective planetary level. So it's going to do what it's going to do. It's going to look strange. It's going to look weird. It's going to not feel good sometimes. But again, our best place is to kind of sit back, surround it in light, in love, in peace, and don't try to push away the darkness or condemn it. It's let it work its karma out. So yeah, and just be in states of, for yourself, protection of like not letting it get to you. How we let that get to us is the things we always do: watching the news, listening to, it doesn't matter whether it's channelers, public figures that are spewing information that they have. And it's like, you can do that. I do it all the time. I still have channels I follow because I just want to see what's going on. But it's whether I invest my heart and soul in that energy. If it doesn't, again, it's a whole resonation field. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave it alone. Stop looking at it. Go back into the heart and listen to yourself. Like, we've got to start trusting ourselves. We do not trust ourselves enough. We're getting divine information all the time, and we get pulled into this game of duality and darkness and lightness all the time. And yeah, so that's why the purpose of this video is about. And this Libra new moon it's holding the balance. So I saw another thing online today that was in my notes that disappeared. That this is really about relationships too. So, it's not just about interpersonal relationships, sorts of things. And so part of that is like, it's the new moon energy. If it's not serving you, let it go. Stop following this stuff. Stop falling into fear. Like, what's it going to matter anyway if you know that there's going to be like a scare event in whatever? I won't go into those, but yeah, they're going to happen. And so if you sit there all day worrying about that, then you're just sitting in fear energy, and it's not benefiting you, and it's not benefiting anyone. And if it's going to happen in this plane of existence, then it's going to happen. And what can we do about it? The only thing I know that we can do about it is sit in peace and sit in love, and with that energy, diffuse the situation. That's what I know how to do. So anyway, we're going to do some cards. Probably you're like, Kim's talking on her soapbox for 20 minutes now. I know. Let's do some cards. We're going to do the moon reading first. Actually, first, let's take a look at this past equinox. I want to look at what the overall theme of that was. It's going to be a long video. I figured that out now. It's too much going on. All right. So this past equinox, we're still in this portal, and the 9/9 portal is still, that's why I also started this video at 9:09, because we're still in that heavy energy. So yeah. Okay. Our first card is rediscovery. Look at that little innocent baby, but in the inner heart center is the goddess energy and the moon. So it's just like, that's this last portal of the equinox, is rediscovering ourselves. But if you also look, there's lots of stars and purple and blue energy. So really tapping into our true divine abilities. So that was the last purpose of that equinox. I'm going to also do a portal card for that night. Yeah, and so it's our third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, and clear seeing. So it's, again, it is just us tuning into who we truly are, like this rediscovery of this innocent, beautiful soul that has divine energy behind them, like 100%. Like, so yeah, I kind of felt that on the equinox, like it was less about that dark and light, but it was, or just bringing in more light, which we're not, right? We're heading more into the darkness right now, which we need to do. Like that's part of our goal. So let's see. We'll see what the chariot. We also got the chariot. I wisely use my personal power and power of choice to do my good work in the world. Yeah. So this was just that pure of like, we're heading into the darkness. It's gonna feel, it can feel scary. I love the night though. I don't know about you, but I love going out when it's, especially in a city, because if you're out at the right time, it's silent, right? Like there's no car. You can't hear the drone of traffic, and you might just hear the birds or things like that. And it's like we have to start recognizing that the dark it's not dark and it's not bad. And we still want to shine light on things, and we have to start doing that more. So when we raise that frequency of love and of light and of peace, and we're doing that part of our job, is that it's still holding this balance of darkness. Like it still has to be there. So like I said, we can't shove it under the rug. I'm not the best teacher on this because I'm still learning all this myself, but I just really wanted to get on here tonight and convey to you guys, like, it's really important right now about creating this balance, right? So if you shove the dark under the rug or the closet and you don't want to deal with it, it's not in balance. You're not in balance, and you just throw light at it. Love and light, love and light. That's, that's not, it's not doing, I mean, it's increasing the frequency, but it's still off kilter. So we have to have this acceptance of both, right? This non-duality. Like this has been, I mean, I've been to many non-duality seminars or talks. I don't get it. I sit there and my brain is like, I don't understand how you do this. Like, because I just want to ask questions, and I just want to I want to see justice for this. And like, it's really hard to like sit in a balance of that. And I think right now, like, if we can't do that, that's fine. And we also have to not be like judging ourselves and be so terrible to ourselves about it. It's like, again, just go to what you know. Sit in a place of peace and of love. If that's the best light that we can shine on the situation, because we need a bunch of light to shine on situations. And more truth is coming out every day, like even more so than it ever was before. And we just have to like allow, it's a process. It has to happen. We can't like push it, like, if you like bake a cake, right? And you like try to turn the heat up, and you're like, you're either going to burn it or it's going to dry out. It's not going to, and the connection is unstable. Hang on. So we're going to do the moon reading, hopefully. Okay. So hopefully that won't happen again, but this is my fear doing this up here. I was going to record this video earlier today with my notes. It didn't happen. All right, let's do some cards for the moon. We're just going to do one of each. Remembering to you guys that, what am I trying to say with this new moon? Yeah, it's just about keeping things in our life in balance and trying to, yeah, I know it's something we're not quite accustomed to. So we just got to do our best. Okay, I'm going to do one card for what this Libra moon means overall. This one is like sticking out. Ooh, how's that gooder? Expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. Yeah, that's also what we're talking a lot about balance, about not being non judgmental and things like that. So, all the butterflies, all the transformation, eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. Yeah. And I think, I don't want to like call people out here, but it's like when I'm exhausted, I feel exhausted by this process. But I think when we get to that point, it's just like it's almost a letting go. We have to surrender to what's going on. I also just pulled this. I didn't yeah, I saw it. Everything is indeed out of control. And God will hold it all. I can safely let go. Ooh, that's profound. I'm going to keep that one out for the rest of my life. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all, and I can safely let it go. I've been saying this for a few weeks, right? This is beyond our control. Like, we need to stop trying to control everything. We need to stop and just, like, I know, like, be the observer. I forget this every day, and then I'm like I said, I'm constantly looking for, like ways that the system improves, and like, when is this going to happen, when is that going to happen, and it's exhausting yourself, and it's very egoic of us, and it's, you know I know total surrender is frightening. It's frightening. Total surrender is like heading into the dark with no light. But the bottom line is that's not true. We have light. We have so much light in us. So it's just like we need to start asking for those answers. um, and just, I think we just need to be the observer right now. And it will play out as it's supposed to play out. And we need to take deep breaths. And when those moments of anxiety come in, or those like news stories that we do catch come in, it's like just separate yourself, take a breath, and that's the bottom line is like, if it all does go to hell in a handbasket, let's just say that. Let's just say we, like, as human beings, just totally F this up and we extinct ourselves or nuke ourselves or whatever's about to happen. And it's like, in your day to day, if you're going to spend every day worrying about that, that's a terrible way for your soul to go. Like, I want to be at peace. I want to be in nature. I want to be in love. I want to hang out with my little buddy dog. I don't want to get, like, what are we going to change? What are we going to change by worrying about what's going to happen? Because it's going to happen, if whichever way it happens, right? But then the piece about manifestation comes in, which is so important right now. And so if you do one job in this world, why wouldn't you sit in peace and in love instead of sitting in fear and manifesting in the worst case scenario? I completely believe we have the ability to change exactly, not what's going to happen, but usher in the easiest and highest good for us all. Anyway, I went on another tear there. Okay, so our moon cards for tonight. The first one is hold your vision. Um, yeah, the fixed moon. But what I like about this is just the mountain. It's strong, it's steady, it's true. And everything, it's that everything is going to be fine card. and hold what you want to see. But hold, if you want to see death and destruction and all of that, then keep watching the news and keep feeding into the story and keep following the doomsday cult things, whatever, all this crap going on. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's, I follow it, but I don't invest my life into like, oh my God, I'm all going to die. That's a terrible way of looking at things. We need to be in the more benevolent, loving stream. Okay, so we also got the sun dancers. Joyful activity, celebration of life, abundance. Again, this is how we hold this energy. We don't give in to the darkness. We see it, we observe it, we don't accept it. We're like, okay, whatever. It's not my thing. We don't delve into it. We don't become part of it. We go this way and we have joyful activity. We celebrate life. We have abundance. We bring in abundance. And so this is that thing of keeping the quality of the light and getting, just bringing the light in, holding the light. And then we also got the rainbow prince, which is compensation and perseverance. It's just like the message, again, the rainbows, God's promise. And, I talked about that, as soon as that energy of Elizabeth was gone, the energy of the rainbows and all of that came in, because it was like, this is happening. We're switching to a new timeline of benevolence and light. So it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen all in a day, but it's coming. And so this is our card that says we are being compensated and for our perseverance. So just, again, the message with that is keep going. Don't stop. And then I find this card really funny because it's lighten up. Is that Libra? No, that's not Libra. Oh my gosh. I should know my signs. No, that's not it. What is that? I can't remember. Oh, it says we're done. Leo. Ooh, which is kind of good coming off the landscape. Anyway, again, she's just holding her light up to the moon. And again, it's almost, we're in the full dark phase right now. But this is what we're talking about, this complete balance of light and dark. So her light isn't blowing this out so that the dark is completely gone. It's lighting up this side. So keep shining your light, keep doing your work, keep investing in love and in light. And I think that's the best place we can be right now, you guys. Like I said, I'm not here to be like, I like to think of myself as a teacher, but how I'm teaching is because I'm out learning. So I haven't figured this all out yet, and it throws me for a loop. And some days I'm an idiot, and I am like completely down rabbit holes and in the dumps, and like, we're not going to make this. Like, there's no way we're going to pull this out. And then I come around because, like I said, this last 2 weeks has been in my lifetime. I've never seen symbology like this coming at me every day that just says, okay, like, it's fine. Things have changed. Things are changing. We just need to observe. We really need to be the observer right now, rather than participating in any one thing. If there's moments where we need to stand up for things, they will be presented to us without, because you also want to make sure that you're heading into like safety and security situations too, right? Like, you're not heading into a weird dark place that's like, it's not going to be accepting or receptive of the light. So yeah, don't feel like you're never doing anything. We're always doing something. Anyway, okay, I'm going to do one more portal card. Don't know why, just want to, for the overall theme of this light and dark balance. Yeah, Okay, and we've had this in the last couple of cards. So it's the Emerald Tablet Activation, Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy, and Conscious Manifesting. I think that was the theme of a few videos ago, or one video ago, but it's still the same, right? Like we have to, it's funny because the quote that's coming to me right now is we have to be the change we want to see in the world. The change we want to see is peace and love and light. So if you're delving into fear every day and letting things absorb you that way, we're not consciously manifesting what we want. So it's going back to those things like, again, what do we want to feel? What do we want to see? I know it's hard to like envision the new when we haven't been there, and things are going to change so drastically and dramatically. One of the ones I always do is the rainbow thing, right? It's just like, I just keep praying for more rainbows every day, which sounds weird, but there's so much energy behind them. I mean, you wouldn't have the chakra system in the same color of the rainbows unless that was very potent energy. So if you just manifest or pray for something small like that, that's enough. And then knowing with this card, like our perseverance of this energy and light and bringing this into the planet, we're about to be like compensated for it and rewarded for it. We just have to keep doing it. Keep doing it. Don't give up, you guys. I know I've had a couple of moments this week where I almost like did give up, but you can't really give up. Anyway, we're gonna do a meditation. I know this like rambling and cards went on like super long. I will also probably, like I did with the 7 planet retrograde, throw this meditation up online by itself. So if you didn't skip through this 40 minutes of talking to do the meditation, you'll be able to just do it. Again, we're in this cycle of like I said, the equinox energies are still in play. This moon is still in play. The energies are high and they're lasting for longer periods of time. So yeah, let's just let's wrap this up by doing a nice little light and dark meditation. That's fun. Okay, let's do our normal thing. Let's find a nice quiet space. And when you're feeling calm and centered in your body in a nice comfortable position, then you can go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through our mouth 3 times. As tonight is a new moon and void of moonlight, envision yourself outside in the night. It is pitch black all around you. But as you gaze up, you can see the galaxy of stars around as they reveal themselves to us. Breathe and rest. In the dark and silence, we feel at peace. Turn your focus now to your solar plexus chakra, placing a hand just above the center of your belly, near your sternum. Taking your other hand now and placing it upon your heart center. And again, with this energy flowing between the two, taking in 3 deep breaths in through the nose, all the way through your heart, into the solar plexus, and release each breath through the mouth. Breathe and release. First, focusing upon the hand on the heart. Use the energy within your hand and your heart space to increase the frequency of love. Allow it to grow and feel this energy of love within the heart space. Next, focusing on solar plexus. Feel the energy in that hand, in this chakra of solar plexus called the Manipura. Feel into the chakra and envision a small spark of yellow light that begins to twinkle within the space. Breathe and observe. Keeping your focus on the spark. We will first work on the energy of our personal self-worth. And we heal this aspect through affirmation. You can now just listen to these words and allow them to resonate, or silently or out loud repeat after me. I am worthy because I exist. I am worthy of love, kindness, and respect, regardless of what I have done. I am worth my weight in gold. Notice now that the spark has grown into a small flame. Breathe and know your worth. Turn your focus now to the small flame. We now will heal the aspect of confidence in our solar plexus chakra. Again, allow the affirmations to resonate or repeat them after me. I am confident in the goodness of life. I am confident in the goodness of life itself to see me through. I am confident in my ability to make life work. I am confident that I am enough. I am powerful. And I am whole and strong. Notice now the flame has grown into a full-fledged fire. Breathe and feel your strength and confidence. Turn your focus now to the fire within you. This energy cleanses and clears the solar plexus chakra. It clears and burns away all that is no longer serving you. Focusing deeper into the flames, we now heal the aspect of freedom of choice. This is the ultimate determination of solar plexus chakra. It is the choice to be ourselves, the choice to work with heart chakra, to love, to choose respect and kindness, to do what we know is right. Again, allow the following affirmations to resonate through you or repeat after me. I choose the best for myself. I choose health, healing, and happiness. I choose goodness, light, and love. I choose the power of life. Notice now the fire has become a glowing white light. This light is so blindingly bright. Notice now how this light pulses, but also continues to expand and grow larger and larger. Breathe and feel the freedom that comes with empowered choice. Now focusing your attention on this bright white light, observing it as it expands to envelop the space around you. This pure crystalline light brings ease and grace and peace into your field. We now focus on the light to heal and to purify the aspect of our personal power. This strong sense of personal power allows us to make things happen in our lives. And then we choose our path of mastery. Through that path of mastery, we are able to influence others, to make changes in all situations for the most positive and highest good for all. Again, now repeating the affirmations after me or allowing the words to just resonate through you. I accept the power of my being to produce health, love, and joy in my life and to those around me. I know that I am a powerful and wholesome force for good. Notice now that the light has grown to resemble the sun. At the center of your body, you radiate out these beams of high frequency light. This is the light of pure love. Breathe and stand in the light and pure energy of your power. We maintain our focus now in this powerful energy of love and light. We stand firm in our personal power of freedom. We stand now in our purposeful and personal power of love. We now heal and integrate all aspects of solar plexus to discover our strong center of personal empowerment. Here now, we now focus on taking hands from heart center, placing both upon the solar plexus. Solar plexus chakra extends into the realms of the heart. Solar plexus, when healthy and healed, will influence the way we respond to situations with love and compassion. When it's out of balance, when it's egoic, we are disconnected and we make poor choices and can become manipulative. Here now in this moment, with our healed and whole solar plexus, we connect again to the heart, placing our hand over heart chakra and raising the frequency of both chakras. Notice now at solar plexus that the sun begins to glow even brighter, enveloping the space all around you. We see the sun now not as we see it on Earth, but as it is in space. It's a molten fireball, pulsing and emulating through colors of red and orange. We now envision in that fireball the face of a lion appears, confirming for us that we are courageous, the light of my soul. Again, repeating this mantra or having it resonate through you. I am the light of my soul. Breathe and embody the powerful, loving, strong, and capable soul that you are. Taking in a deep breath, in through the nose and out through the mouth. We take a moment of silence and peace here, breathing softly and slowly. Returning your attention now to solar and heart chakra. We breathe in again through the nose, all the way down through both chakras, and then out through the mouth 3 times. As we rest now, return to heart center only. Remain in this field of love, of ease and grace. Pull that energy down to root, grounding yourself, connecting back, allowing Mother Earth to hold you safely and securely, bringing your awareness back into your space. Taking one more deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. May peace and love be with you. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. All right. Hopefully, that was a long meditation. I didn't realize it was as long as I thought. So I will put that meditation up separately. Just moving forward, keeping the balance as good as we can. Oh, and I never shared at the beginning. It might be kind of a nice antidote for the end here, but when I started my company, I don't even remember. It's not my full 20 years of doing massage, but I got this little plaque from a friend and it said, "Create balance." That became the motto for my company. It still is today. I'm looking at the plaque on the wall, if you're wondering what I'm looking at. We can, it's like it says, it's about creating it. It doesn't just happen. We have to work at it, but we can create that energy for ourselves by many different ways. Just making sure we have the equal balance of busyness with hanging out in nature. And right now, while the world is balancing the light and the dark, we just need to hold that balance ourselves. Just wanted to do one more card, which is space. I've never had this card. Yeah, it's just like this, the lower orange, the red, the yellow, so the earthbound chakra now, and then the upper chakra is the blues, the purples. And the planets and the sun are there, and it's just about giving ourselves space and time and not panicking about what's happening. So we're going to leave it there. Have a really good night. I love you guys, and I'll put the reading up for tomorrow's weekly card. We'll see what happens. The last couple readings have been a little predictive of things, so it might just be nice to tune in and see what's going on. All right. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves and have a really good sleep.